Was Meghan Markle silent or silenced by the royal family? I need to read you a couple of headlines because it really tells the story. The Queen is not Don Corleone. Royal experts accuse Oprah of suggesting the monarch is some mafia boss who silenced Meghan, and after the palace should be worried after the tell-all CBS interview is extended to 2 hours. It is my experience. I worked in high levels of government, and it's my experience that the people who rise to the top are either really truly gifted, which is extremely rare, or they are just pure, ruthless psychopaths. We're going to take a look at this. I mean, does the Queen rule uh, just absolutely ruthlessly? Some other things said. Okay, so the royals are warned to hide behind the sofa when this broadcast comes out at 8 p.m. U.S. time on March 7th. That's strong. The show was extended. The interview was extended from 90 minutes to 2 hours. Wow. Okay, they're going to dig some dirt. Now, most of this is just going to be Oprah and Meghan separately. And then I understood that Harry was only going to show up for the last 30 minutes and talk about the Blander stuff. He's a fool if he puts his head in a noose because Meghan's going to take everything and she's going to leave Harry behind. Harry says that he took his family to LA because of his mother's ordeal and feared history repeating itself. Literally, from the day Harry met Meghan, all he does is talk about Diana and how upset he is about her death. This has to stop. You have to grow up now. Harry says that the past year has been unbelievably tough for the two of them, but at least they have each other. Well, I hope you still do have each other, but I'm quite confident that Meghan is going to divorce you as soon as she's done with you. Meghan does not speak in the 30-second trailer, but Oprah hints that the ex-actress uses the word unsurvivable. Almost unsurvivable. Meghan Markle, wearing a $4,700 dress, complains about life as a royal. That is not the dress, but she basically says it's unsurvivable. Billionaire interviewer Oprah also confirms that no topic was off limits and asked Meghan if she was silent. We already covered that. So they're basically saying they're really going to dig the dirt. This is great for Meghan. This is terrible for Harry. Unbelievable. The Sussexes not believed to be paid for the Oprah appearance, but it's part of building their $1 billion brand. I'm going to look at where they paid. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. So was Meghan silent or silenced? She wasn't silent. I mean, she came out very strongly for abortion in Ireland. Remember the male, pale, and stale at the UK universities? Let's go to Africa and what kind of representation do Europeans have in African universities? I would say it's nil. What would be wrong with English people teaching in English universities that they created? That seems strange. So anyway, how many times does Meghan have to tell her story? This is Lady Colin Campbell. She kind of gave the straight dope. We have Vice Versa. This fell flat on its face and had a lot of downvotes and negative comments. We have Battle of Brothers. Well, that's not her telling her story, but just a whole bunch. She just keeps telling her truth over and over and over. She just keeps telling her truth. So, does the Queen rule the royal family like some kind of a mafia boss? Okay, just ruthlessly. Because in my experience, in my personal experience, the people at the top are either truly gifted or just pure ruthless psychopaths. And because it's so difficult at the top, you have to be tough. Okay, you have to be tough. So even if you're like truly gifted, if you're going to stay at the top, you have to be really, made of iron. You have to be tough. You have to be able to handle the attacks and give it back. So let's look at the Queen. Is she some kind of a mafia boss, or is she, what do we have? Let's just look, because we hear lots of different things. Is the Queen truly gifted or a ruthless psychopath? I'm not seeing psychopath cards here. In fact, so psychopath cards would be, the perfect card for that would be Executioner and Devil, which Meghan is always getting those cards. So what do we have? Royal family, cross, permanent royal family. So she's royal by birth, by heritage, by inheritance. Her inheritance, permanent, hamster wheel. Oh, the lineage, the long lineage, 27 cross again. So 7 clubs twice and 2 tens. Tens are completion and 7s return forever. So it's royal. She's royal by birth. We're not showing a psychopath. Honest, good honest man, good intentions, only the best intentions. The world, all the people, family, royal family, official family, and cornerstone and Mercury, moving the structure forward in the world. So what the spread is saying overwhelmingly is that it's by birth, that they do intend well. It's not either incredibly talented or a ruthless psychopath. It's by birth. It's by inheritance. It's by inheritance. It's by birth, and it just goes on and on and on. And it's the lineage. That's actually what the spread is saying. So it's neither. It's neither. I do think the Queen is the best chess player I've ever seen, and I am a chess player. She is amazing in the way, in the foresight and how far ahead she looks, and the moves that she makes. She's really quite amazing. I've learned a lot from watching their moves, watching them consider various problems, because it's just nothing but problems. And it would be stressful, but the royal family and the Queen especially handles things so well. And I've said this before, but I think Charles may handle things very differently. He's a much more emotional kind of person, and he may not be as thoughtful as the Queen. She's really quite amazing. Whereas I think William is a very thoughtful man and may be as good a chess player as the Queen. I think he's maybe on a par with the Queen, but I don't think Charles is. I think Charles is much less considered. But, we'll see when he rules. Let's look at the Queen and Meghan. Meghan and the Queen. Was Meghan silent or silenced? Because Meghan is here. We're going to put Meghan and the Queen. Was Meghan silent or silenced? Because I don't think she was ever silent. Meghan Meghan silent or silenced? Was Meghan silenced? That's really what we want to know. Cornucopia, all material things, messages, committed to messaging about everything. She shoots her mouth off about everything. Every single thing she can think of, she has a message for it. She really believed that she was an influencer, and she was really committed to this, to really speaking out on just literally everything. Cornucopia is every material thing, anything and everything. 10, 11, 3 clubs, speaking on everything, committed to speaking on everything and giving her message. So definitely not silenced. Definitely not silent. Did the Queen silence her? Trinity, working everything together, woman in the situation. She was working she has the global view. She has the high-level view. She has to manage the whole royal family. Okay, fine, Meghan is now, little busybody creating the circus everywhere in the royal family. She has to look at the whole royal family. She can't let Meghan and Harry take over. She can't let them establish their own queen and kingdom. She needs to make sure that the royal family continues, and that's the global view. So she was managing, and it's her role to manage the entire royal family. 24-27 cross, the permanent family. So she's not, there's nothing here restricting Meghan. She wasn't silencing Meghan. She was just managing the whole family. That's her job. Star of Bethlehem, Sun, 8, 2 spades. It just became very apparent that Harry and Meghan didn't fit into the royal family. So there's nothing here silencing Meghan. There's not even any restricting cards. Meghan just was shooting her mouth off about everything. And that's what she does. Remember how she jumped in with the Wu flu and she started updating everybody on, she decided that she was, someone with no medical background. She's going to update the whole world on wearing masks and washing hands and all the things. That lasted for like 1 millisecond, and then everybody just laughed and went on with their lives. So so she literally will take any opportunity to insert herself in the key position of spokesperson. That's what she's doing. And that's why it seems like a circus, because it's just everything. It's just anything and everything she wants to comment on it. Loud and abrasive. So were Meghan and Harry fired, or did they quit? Because because they're so vengeful, they're so vindictive in getting back at the Queen, and they left the royal family, and Meghan and Harry literally just copycat everything they were doing for the royal family, they're now doing as not part of the royal family. They don't even seem to have like new ideas, really, except for, saying nasty things about the royal family. They really are just copying exactly the model that they were given by the royal family. So were they fired? Were Harry and Meghan fired? Like, it's just not a fit. You're fired. It's just not working out. It's a bad fit. Were they fired? Ooh. What's that? Okay, so were they fired? Conflict, very bad ending, and because of all the opportunities. Every little thing just turned into a bigger conflict, and it just had to stop. So 17, 5 hearts. And it still hasn't stopped. I mean, they have not, ripped the leash off that is Meghan and Harry. I mean, they are still causing constant problems, and this Oprah interview is probably the largest problem that they've caused. So with the 10 spades, I would say they were fired. It's right on the surface. This is the above the surface situation. This is below the surface. Going forward in life, very emotional and cut. 16, 4 spades. Coffin and going forward because of all it. Okay, that's very interesting because Meghan always gets the 10 hearts. She always gets the 10 hearts. She comes at you very emotionally. Oh, please help me. Oh, I'm very upset. Help, help, help. Okay, so the way forward, because of their emotions, because Meghan was so emotional about what's going on, oh, it's not working out, they were cut and it ended. And so rather than Meghan calculating step by step by step, I'm leaving the royal family, she's reacting very emotionally, and it inevitably resulted in Harry and Meghan leaving. And that's the excuse that's going to be used when Meghan files to divorce Harry. That it just happened. This happened and then that happened and nobody could have predicted, and that happened and that happened, and I just had to divorce him and take everything, which is exactly what's going to happen. So they claim that Meghan and Harry are not being paid for the Oprah interview. Are they being paid? Because, I mean, they really chase that dollar. They really chase the dollar. So are they being paid? Funny that the devil had to show up. Are they being paid? Devil's a liar. They're virtue signaling and lying. 24-27 cross. It's a lie. They are being paid. But there's no money here. There's no money here.
but they have virtue signaling and lying. Let's see, there's no money here. So underneath, they have big change, committed to big change in the relationships, splitting the relationships. Okay, well, there's two ways that they can get paid. Okay. One is they can just receive direct payment, where Oprah Winfrey is going to pay X amount of money for the interview of Harry and Meghan. The second way, which is the bigger way, is it creates a lot of buzz. It creates more popularity. People are calling Harry and Meghan, and the amount of buzz and celebrity that this interview creates cannot be understated, because this is a career-making move to slam the royal family. And the allegation with Diana and Martin Bashir is that Diana, if she had not done that interview, that interview with Martin Bashir resulted in Diana's untimely death. Okay, so it made a big splash, and this is a repeat of the Diana interview with Meghan, and that's why she's always playing the Diana card with Harry. So there's no money in this spread. It's not clear there's money in this spread, but there's lying and virtue signaling. So they're being paid, and it's right on the surface. They're being paid. They're definitely getting compensated because of lying and virtue signaling. But yeah, so I think maybe they're being paid under the table, or it's more indirect, but they're definitely getting a payday for this, because the devil is showing up. The devil and sweet face virtue signaling is showing up. All right, so what do we have? Let's review. Is the Queen like a mafia boss? This says that it's by birth. Okay, even if the Queen was not the sharpest tool in the shed, and she did not turn out to be an amazing monarch, which she is, she would still be queen. And that's what this says. It's not by talent. It's not because she's ruthless, and it's not because she's so amazingly talented. It's just a happy circumstance that she is a great monarch. Okay, that's what the spread is saying. Okay, so it's neither being a ruthless psychopath, nor is it being just amazingly talented. Okay, and we do have good intentions here. We do have a lot of nice cards and good intentions. So their intentions are good. The Queen's intentions are good. Okay, so Meghan and the Queen. Was the Queen silencing Meghan? There's no restricting or silencing cards here. She is overseeing the situation. Meghan is talking about everything. She wants to talk about everything. She's too excited about her new position as Duchess, and she just wants to mouth off about everything. And it became a problem, and they had to split. The future was just not working out. Future was not working out, and they had to go their separate ways. That's what this says. Were they fired? They were fired. They were fired. And what's underneath is Meghan, she said it was just unsurvivable. That's actually what this says. Okay, Meghan became so emotional about her way forward, and that she just felt she had to leave. She's a runner. She's a big-time runner. She's going to run from Harry. She's really trying to hang on to him now, but I definitely see her running from Harry in the future. Were they paid? Got lying and virtue signaling. I'm going to say I'm definitely going to lean towards they were paid, but it looks like under the table. You're not going to be able to prove that they were actually paid. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy. Please like, it helps the algorithm. Please share, please subscribe if you've been unsubscribed. A lot of people have been unsubscribed recently. And comment. I like to